Hey, it's great to see you. How are you?
I'm great. Great to see you too, Suzanne. Thank you
Good,
so
good.
much.
So, how did you come up with the idea for the show?
My co-showrunner, who Jake Coburn, who unfortunately can be here today, um, he and I got sort of set up on like a blind date by our studio. And when we sat down for like a 30-minute Zoom, and about 2 hours later, we were like, just we got to do something together. This is too much fun. And we both really loved procedurals and wanted to do something in the procedural space that felt a little bit different. We both love sort of serial killer storylines, and we both love conspiracy thrillers. And over that course of that 2 hours, we were like, how do we put all that together? And sort of that was the initial sort of starting point, and it kind of snowballed from there as we really explored the different pieces of TV that get us excited within those worlds.
Okay, great. Yeah, I somehow missed it when it started, but I caught up on it after that, and so I've been enjoying it.
Oh,
Added it.
great!
I added it to my DVR. So,
Yeah, thank you for watching.
yeah, I love the cast. I mean, I know like half those people from other shows that I've enjoyed, so I was enjoying it already even before I watched. I'm like, oh, I love her. I love
I
him.
love it. Yeah.
So, are you already working on ideas for season two?
Oh yeah, definitely. Jake and I talk quite a bit about what we want to do for season two. I mean, we've had the plan in terms of the sort of like the serialized arcs of the of a few seasons sort of already in place. But we're sort of now kicking around ideas of what the minutia could be and what types of serial killers we want to explore in season two. You know, we want a season that feels the same but different, you know, sort of additive to season one. And so yeah, we've been digging in already, you know, in hopes that we get to do it.
Yeah, it's funny. I watched it. I thought it's kind of a little bit like Criminal Minds and The Blacklist together. And then I read that other people said this. Oh, okay, it's not just me.
No, no, yeah,
It's
that's a
original though.
flattering praise for sure. Those are two fantastic shows. So I'm in any sentence where I'm included in that, I feel pretty proud.
Right, right. Yeah, I read that that some of the serial killers will be based on real life serial killers in some.
Yeah, you know, we try not to inject too much real life into the
Mhm,
show. We want the show to be not necessarily escapist, but we want it to be a fun ride.
mhm.
And we debated long and hard about actually doing an episode about a real serial killer. You know, somebody that the world, you know, a real life killer that everybody in the world knows is dead. Oh no, they were actually in the pit. And we decided we didn't really want to cross that line. Felt
Mhm.
like that was sort of a bridge too far for us. But we definitely take inspiration. You know, I think one of the most clear ones in episode five, we have a killer that is very much sort of inspired by a real life killer. I won't give it away too much, but very different in what he does, but sort of his vibe and his tonality will feel familiar. And some of the things, you know, he gets into, but we try to stay away from real serial killers, but we certainly take inspiration.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you want to go the full Law and Order vibe. I think it kind of
No,
takes you
yeah,
out of the thing. Sometimes you're like, wait, that's isn't that OJ or isn't
right,
that? I was just
right,
watching the
exactly.
OJ one. I'm like, oh, it's OJ.
Right, right.
But it makes you forget about what the actual story is. But so what can you tell us about the rest of the season?
Well, you know, I think one thing I think people are really going to enjoy, you know, the different killers of the week. We tried to have a very wide variety for season one. In the writers' room, I can't believe how many. I mean, how many writers do we have? I think we had 7 or 8 writers, and we came up with so many serial killers to do on the show. And we picked our favorites, and we intentionally tried to have as much variety as possible. So I think people are always going to be surprised by what these killers are doing and how our team goes about catching them. And in terms of sort of like the serialized elements, I think people are going to be really excited about sort of learning what was really going on at the pit, what the goal of the pit was, who was down there, who possibly is behind the blast of the pit and why. And we're going to tease out those answers over the course of the season in a way that I don't think people are going to see coming. I think it's
Right.
going to be interesting, and then also plant the seeds for a new, larger mystery in season two.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's the best kind of storytelling when something happens, you know, your brain sort of registers it and then like episodes later you go, oh, that,
Right?
right. I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Plant
Yeah.
the seeds early, right?
Yeah,
That's the idea.
exactly. And any good guest stars coming up that you can share with us?
Absolutely. I'm happy you asked that question now because next week is Kevin Corrigan, and I keep saying first of all, I'm a huge fan of his in general. But what he brought to the role was incredible. He's a phenomenal actor, and the episode itself on paper was one of my favorites. And the fact that we got him to bring this character to life was just such a treat, and he absolutely crushes it. So I think people are gonna be really excited to see him and what he does.
Well, good. And will we see more of Mark Moses?
That's the hope. Not in season one, but that's the
Oh,
hope.
okay.
Is in season two we'll be able to explore that storyline more.
Oh, good. He's so good.
He's so good and such a nice dude. I got to work with him briefly on another project as well, and I'm just such a fan, not only of the actor but the guy. He's
Oh, great.
fantastic.
That's good to know. Yeah, because he can play either way, good guy, bad guy.
Right? Yeah,
All right. Well, thanks. I really appreciate you talking to me. And if you see Jake, would you tell him I hope he feels better?
absolutely. Thank you much, Suzanne. That
All
was sweet.
right. Talk
Have
to
a
you
good day.
later. Bye.